If you plan ahead a little bit, you'll have extra time in the morning for those special things that we all cherish. A warm bowl of porridge or a cup of coffee, for example. So here's 5 tips to make your commute smoother and easier. Maple. Now, regardless of the type of bike you're using, one small thing that will make your commute far less stressful and easier in the morning is if you give your bike a once over as soon as you get home, just to make sure you can get out the door the following day nice and speedy. So it's a quick once over in terms of a clean to make sure the moving parts are okay, and also a quick safety inspection as well. A bike that's regularly cleaned will be far easier to maintain. A bucket of hot soapy water and a sponge will suffice, with a degreaser applied to the chain if the bike is really filthy. After a rinse, dry off the bike, then add a light lubricant to the gears and chain before wiping it off with a cloth. A thorough wash like this is essential after a ride in the wet weather, particularly in the winter months when corrosive salts from the road coat the moving parts of your bike. If the bike isn't too grubby, a once over with a cloth on the frame and the chain would suffice. Then just give the bike a once over from a safety perspective, check your brakes, check your tyres, and check everything is firm and tightened up. Pretty lucky today, fair weather, meaning this only just needs a quick wipe down. Anyway, learn to love your bike and it will love you back. This saves a lot of time, and once you've got it dialed as part of your routine, it'll make everything run like clockwork. So, packing your bag the night before. I actually had a really specific technique, which I'm going to share with you now. So, to keep my clothes pressed and kind of neat, I used to use a magazine, which you can read when you get to work. Then a plucky bag, if the worst happens and it rains. Because I didn't have any I had to ride in the rain quite a lot, I'd double bag. Then get your rucksack, okay. Slide it in, and that magazine just helps keep everything kind of neat. And that, done the night before, pick it up, put it on your back, and off to work you go, nice and easy. Make sure you charge your lights. It's a really easy mistake to make, but can really leave you high and dry, especially in the dark winter months if they run out of charge. So stick them on charge the night before, and there's a little cheeky insurance policy. There's no harm at all in dropping a cheeky mini USB into your rucksack to charge them at work, especially on a longer commute. This particular segment could be re-entitled Always Be Prepared. Now, although you can't be 100% certain what the weather is going to do based on the weather forecast, it is always a good idea to check the weather forecast the night before your commute, just so you can lay your kit out and have the right kit when you go out in the morning. Numerous occasions in the past, I've laid out certain kit, put it on, left the front door when I used to live in a flat, only to be met by rain. So always be prepared. And it might be that you need to pack kit for different weather on the commute home as well. So it's a top tip to check the weather. It's always worthwhile, actually essential, when you're heading on your commute to have a few handy spares, depending of course on the type of bike that you're riding. So pretty much a catch-all would be the following items to basically get you out of any difficult spot that will be able to get you home rather than having to get a cab or hop on the train. So first up, a couple of inner tubes. I always carry 2. And depending on the bike you're riding, you might want a smaller inner tube as well. A handy mini pump. Remember to have one that you can use with both valves. That one does. Some tyre levers. A box spanner, again, depending on the type of bike that you're using and depending on the kind of system that you use for removing the wheels. This is essential for some bikes. And then a multi-tool, so lots of Allen keys, and importantly, if your chain snaps, it's got a chain link extractor as well. Now you can stow those easily in your rucksack or even in a little saddle bag like this underneath your saddle, or if you like to travel light, just distribute them within your pockets. But these are a must. Right, time to go. It's commute time.